Senator Bovey.
Thank you, Speaker. My question's for the representative of the government. Senator Gold, first I want to thank the government for opening up some funding for small regional heritage sites, which are absolutely destitute during COVID. The few $1,000s made a huge difference. But there is one part of our patrimoine which was left out, our lighthouses. And as you know, I inherited Senator Greenrain's lighthouse file and have kayaked to some working ones and climbed some decommissioned ones under restoration. The latter are amazing pieces of Canadian history with an important future role. They preserve our heritage and are beacons for the future, participating in scientific ocean whale research and projects on shipping and effects on marine life and more, in keeping with Bill C-55. One on Vancouver Island has installed solar panels, which means they have no hydro bills. These organizations raise their own money. They have some provincial assistance, and in the case of Sheringham Point on Vancouver Island, they have received federal support as being hydrophones and monitoring equipment from DFO. No cameras, no support for their work for the federal government itself. And I know that's the case for many. Senator Gold, how can these heritage lighthouses access federal support, which in my view should involve heritage, fisheries and oceans, and innovation, science and economic development, so they can be engaged to the full with the much needed scientific research going forward?
Senator Gold.
Senator, thank you very much for your question. I became very aware of the importance of our lighthouses when I served as Deputy Chair of this Chamber's Committee on Fisheries and Oceans, and the work of Senator Green in this regard really was an inspiration to all of us. The government has advised me that the Fisheries and Oceans and the Canadian Coast Guard will continue to work to identify responsible new owners for those cherished lighthouses to which you mentioned, and certainly those that were nominated for designation under the Heritage Lighthouse Protection Act. It'll continue to, Parks Canada and the Historic Sites and Monuments Board will continue to collaborate with DFO to facilitate the designation of as many heritage lighthouses as possible to ensure the protection of their heritage character for the benefit and enjoyment of generations to come. Currently, Parks Canada administers 11 heritage lighthouses, includes 6 national historic sites. They're used for various program requirements, including interpretation, visitor facilities, and, of course, the protection of species at risk. And in October, the minister responsible for Parks Canada announced the designation of Cape George Lighthouse, Brador Lake, in St. Peters, Nova Scotia, and Annandale Rear Range Lighthouse in Annandale, Prince Edward Island as heritage lighthouses under the Act. With these new designations, a total of 102 lighthouses in 8 provinces have now been protected under the Heritage Lighthouse Protection Act. So the government is acting. Thank you for your question.
May I have a supplementary, please, Speaker?
Senator Bovey.
Thank you. I believe it would be beneficial to the monitoring and research of our oceans and lakes if we can utilize these existing assets to further the research. The University of Aberdeen has used lighthouses as field stations to further its research on the effects of man-made and natural environmental changes on marine mammals and seabirds, amongst other areas of research. Lighthouse stations along the BC coast have measured ocean temperature for the past 100 years, adding to our understanding of warming oceans. So, Senator Gold, I wonder if you could make inquiries as to what kind of funding is available to enable lighthouses as centers of scientific research, coupled with their, as you say, very important work of heritage. I think there are gaps, and we could fill those gaps very effectively. Senator, if you could give some indication of assistance that they might expect.
Well, Senator, I certainly will make inquiries, but you'll allow me to observe that scientific research at whatever site requires not only federal government funds for the physical space, but requires the engagement and planning of the community of researchers and scholars. So in addition to the inquiries I would make, I would encourage those who wish to see these sites used for that purposes to seek their partnerships with the local academic and other research community so that there can be a plan brought forward that involves the research that is being proposed and the suitability of the site for that research. That would certainly make a stronger case in any given funding application or inquiry. Thank you.
Senator